Raschelle, what's going on?
Well, my week-old baby passed away due to an STD.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's got to be incredibly hard.
It is.
So you had a child 1 week old and it passed away because of this STD.
That I didn't have no idea I had.
You didn't have any idea that you had it.
Mm-mm.
How did you find out that you had it?
Well, when my daughter passed away, they requested autopsy. I got the autopsy reports, and it came back saying that she died from an STD.
And when they tell you this news, what were you thinking?
My mind was in a million places. Like, you know, I'm not a bad person. I've never done nothing wrong to him, and for him,
You didn't cheat on him.
I've never, no.
So you're saying there's no way you could have contracted the disease?
There's no way.
So you're saying he did this.
And he doesn't want to confess to it, and my daughter had to suffer from it, and I can't get the truth.
You had this child with John, right? John's your boyfriend. Now, you're 20 years old, and John's 46.
Yeah.
It's a big age difference.
It is, and we started out as roommates, and one thing led to another, and, you know, I kind of fell for him at first.
You fell for him?
Yeah.
No awkwardness with the age difference?
Not really.
Not really?
Mm-mm.
So you met John because you were roommates?
Yeah, I needed a place to go, and I was on the streets. I had...
So he offered you a place to stay?
Yes.
And like as you said, one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Now you have another son with him, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, tell me about that.
I have a 15-month-old son by him, and...
I just seen him for the first time right now. You have a very beautiful young boy there. He's a good-looking kid.
He is.
So what's going on with that then?
Sorry, that was the first time I seen him.
Oh, you don't have him? Who has him?
John.
John has him? Why does John have him?
Because when I left, he kept him from me, and I haven't seen him since.
You left John. Why did you leave John?
I was just tired of him throwing in my face that everything's my fault, and...
About like the death of the baby?
Yeah, and
So
that I'm a
left.
bad parent, and I can't take care of my kids right, and it's just, he constantly throws it in my face about my daughter, and I couldn't deal with it. I was already dealing with her being gone, and he kept snatching my son from me when I tried to take care of him, and I couldn't deal with it no more.
Now, I guess there's a question on John's part whether he's the father of this young man. Why
Yeah.
is he questioning?
Because there was an incident where I did turn to his son, and I slept with his son.
You slept with John's son?
And it was around the time Jaden was conceived.
Why did you sleep with John's son?
Because he was just someone I could turn to. I always talked to him about, you know, our problems, and, you know, John would constantly, he wanted us, like, you know, he kept pushing me towards his son.
He wanted you to sleep with his son?
And, you
Why
know,
would he want that, though? Didn't he want to be in a relationship with you?
Don't ask me. To be honest, I don't know what the deal was. You know, at first it was a joke. He constantly would like pull my shirt around down by Jawon and just constantly make jokes talking about you should sleep with her and all this and that, and, you know, treated me like I was just garbage.
Let's find out what he has to say. Let's bring John out. John! How you doing, John?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Steve?
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Obviously, she was saying she was homeless, right? Am I correct in saying that? On the streets. You gave her a place to stay. How did that evolve?
Well, basically, I met her. She was on the streets. You know, I seen her on the streets, and I told her it was a better life for you. You know, you don't have to do what you're doing. You know, she just lived with me. We were just roommates and everything. But you know, I did fall for her. I fell in love with her. But I never did her wrong, not even in the slightest way. I've never cheated on her, period, whatsoever. She needs to own up to what she's done or what's going on.
You're saying, and again, you believe that you were the father of the child.
Oh, for sure, for definitely, because when she was doing what she was up to, I moved her away from where we were, and I told everyone, even my son.
So, are you here today because you want to be with Raschelle?
I'm here today to clear my name. I don't have any STDs.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I didn't kill my child. I didn't kill my daughter.
What's your feelings towards her?
Well, I mean, I love Raschelle. It's not that I don't love her. I want a better life for her.
What about the fact, and I'm sure you were backstage listening, you are aware that she slept with your son.
I knew about that beforehand.
I guess the question is that he might be the father of the boy.
If he is, I'm the man. My son is not. My son is my son.
Okay.
Okay. My son was raised by me to be a man. I think he's lost a little of that on his way up.
Well,
but she says you kind of pushed them to have sex.
I've never pushed my son to have sex with her. I knew about her situation beforehand, and they slept beforehand. If they slept with each other after the fact that I moved her, within the 4 months that we were together, then she was the one that was doing the cheating.
Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help.
For 6 months, she disappeared. I don't know where she was at.
You are such a lie. I was never gone for those 6 months.
When she showed back up after 6 months, and she came back in, I let her come back into our son's life. Okay, we got together, we started sleeping together again, bam, she gets pregnant. Okay, the first 2 months was great. The next 5, maybe almost 6 months, Raschelle hasn't touched me. I haven't had sex with Raschelle, not one time in the whole time.
Is that true?
When my child was born, after my child was born, 4 or 5 weeks go by or whatever, we were grieving. We're going through this stuff. I mean, it is terrible. It's torn my life apart. But then I'm looking back at, why did she stop sleeping with me? Why did the 5 months go by when she wasn't sleeping with me? Why did she have a cesarean? Why did she have a cesarean birth instead of natural birth?
Were you there?
All the time.
Were you there?
Of course I was. Wasn't that? Who took you to the hospital?
You were not at the hospital.
Who took you there?
I freaking damn near died.
Who took you there? I didn't say you didn't almost die.
Wow.
Who didn't take you?
Wow.
Didn't I take you to the hospital? Wasn't I sitting in that same room?
You did take me to the hospital, but you left. You left.
Yeah, it was over 24 hours of you being in that room.
Yeah, and you didn't come back for like the whole week I was there.
I came back every day.
So how do you know what's going on with your daughter?
I came back every day because I was in there when you had surgery.
Yeah, okay. No,
my daughter did not take pop back. So when she didn't take pop back, I could not come in there. So I brought him with me and stood outside of the hospital.
So
I can't take her
you're
around.
saying that after the death of the child, that she purposely slept with you trying to give you this STD?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
So she can blame it on me.
But you didn't contract it?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I never seen no paperwork. I've never seen no proof. And for him to sit here and say he got arrested.
I want to clear. You're here because you want to clear your name that you didn't have this STD.
Yes.
You're here because
she wants to find out the truth.
I want to find out the truth, and I want to find out who my son was.
And who do you want to be with?
To be honest, I don't think I would be with John no more. I mean, as far as Jawon, I have to see where that goes.
Well, it sounds like he's pretty busy himself.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Let's bring out Jawon.
Man.
Oh my God. You are the two biggest people we've ever had on the stage.
Oh, this is my son here. I raised him to be a gentleman.
Jawon,
Yeah.
you know, your father takes this young girl in off the streets. Why did you start sleeping with Raschelle?
It was kind of like an issue with him. When we were in the house, he would like to sit there and he would like to, you want to sleep with my son. Sleeping with him is like sleeping with me. And keeping it like that, that's how it was. And it was just a forced thing, because at first, when it first was getting ready to happen, nothing happened. Second time I came over, she was getting ready to get in the shower. He's pulling up her shirt, flashing this, that, and the other. And so okay, this is my dad. He's not going to tell me nothing to do. Really, to me, nothing really wrong. So it happened the first time.
Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Why are you doing that?
Well, I mean, at the time I wasn't with her. We didn't have any feelings for each
still,
other.
Even if,
you're right. I didn't force him to do it. I didn't force him to do it.
But you're acting inappropriately.
I
understand. Up her top.
I understand. I didn't pull up her top. What happened was my son was coming over frequently, and I think I seen it in his eye. I seen him watching her and looking and everything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not with her. She's just a roommate of mine. Help yourself is what I was saying. Help yourself. If that's what you want, I mean, talk to her.
You're treating her like a piece of meat.
I understand.
Thank
wrong
you.
with me. You're right. That was wrong with me. But see, you're right about that too. But I didn't do it inappropriately like he's saying. I didn't say, hey, look, run behind her and pull up her dress and throw it up. No, it didn't.
What if you turn out to be the father of this child?
If I'm the dad, then
Yeah.
I would like Raschelle to have her son and go on about her business.
You can't call that.
John, you came on the show and you wanted, the truth to come out. So let's have the truth come out. You were asked, have you ever cheated on Raschelle while in a relationship? You answered no, and the results are you told the truth. You were asked, were you told that your results were negative for an STD after your daughter passed away? You said yes. The results are you told the truth. And you were asked, did you ever pressure Jawon to have sex with Raschelle? You answered no, and the results are you told the truth. Raschelle, hold on. Again, and I'll say this, even with all that,
They wouldn't put it past me.
Hold on. Even
There's
with
so
all
much hatred.
that,
So much
I
hatred.
think John has to bear a lot of responsibility with this all going on up here. And I'm saying, if you really would have put your foot down, if you really would have had her best interests at heart, I don't think a lot of this would have happened.
You're right. See.
Raschelle, you came and you want the truth to come out, and you took a lie detector test. Have you ever cheated on John while in a relationship with him? She said no, and she told the truth. Did you know you had an STD before your daughter passed away? She answered no, and she told the truth. Did John pressure you to have sex with Jawon? You answered yes. And on that question, you didn't tell the truth, which kind of goes to saying he passed that question, you failed it.
Yeah.
Did you have sex with John after your daughter passed away to try and give him an STD to blame the death on him? You answered no, and you didn't tell the truth.
What?
Wow. Wow.
Everybody had a lack of judgment at a certain point, a lack of clarity. Everybody kind of, maybe at one point, being selfish. Big tragedy here of a baby losing its life. So at this point, I don't think there's any sense in pointing fingers.
Right.
What's done is done.
Yes.
It's a tragedy. And I think you want to find out if you're his dad.
Yeah.
We took a DNA test before the show. Jawon, you are not the father. Well,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter, right?
No,
Because
gonna
if
be my
he's
son.
not the
He's
father,
gonna be my son. Yeah, I'm on the birth certificate. He's my son.
you are not the father either.
Son, man, why did you do this to me, man? That's my son.
I don't know.
That's my son, man. That's my son. That's my son, Michelle. That's my son, man.
John, I got to admit that might be one of the most shocking things that ever happened on my stage. I was opening it just expecting that you would be the father. Tell me that it's not going to make a difference.
That's my son.
Okay. I'm glad, man.